Sherrone Moore fired as head coach of the Michigan Wolverines. But is the university at fault here? Let's dive in. Before I get into the details of what's going on with the firing of Sherrone Moore, I think it's possible that the University of Michigan kind of have enabled negative actions, especially the last 3 or 4 years, and kind of showing that there really is not a lot of consequences to breaking the rules in Michigan. Just the whole Jim Harbaugh situation, how he was able to kind of skate out of controversy and stuff that he pretty much was shown to be doing as far as cheating and so forth. I don't want to get into the details of that because that's another topic another day, or that's in the past. But then his predecessor falls into this type of trouble directly after that, maybe like a year to a year and a half directly after the Jim Harbaugh conversation and controversy. I think it goes hand in hand. So the latest updates are Moore was actually placed in police protective custody after threatening suicide in a dispute with his wife, then driving to his assistant's house, who he was having an affair with. He broke into her house and held a knife to his own throat, threatening to kill himself and whom he was having an affair with. Local authorities ended up actually locating him later in a local church. This is just kind of crazy because I can't help. It's crazy, but some things are unfortunate to happen in life. But this guy was just the head of leading men onto the football field, and college is a little different. You're leading, men onto the field, and then you are trying to guide these men into their adult professional life after college, and it seems like you were very unstable. It's just kind of sad because I go back to when Jim Harbaugh was suspended and he took over as head coach temporarily, and he's all emotional, crying in the press conference after that. I thought it was like kind of awkward. I love emotion on the football field and in sports in general, but I was just kind of like, that was, I don't want to say weird, but kind of off. So you could tell he's an emotional guy, and then, he commits adultery and, does what he's doing, and he's threatening to kill himself and the lady that he was having an affair with. And it just is sad, and it just makes me think that the University of Michigan kind of enabled this.